Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us and welcome to the Overwatch Minor League broadcast. Today, I, your host, Archie Legend of Slink Smith, will be breaking down the match between the Kings Row Royal Guards and the Route 66 Cowboys. This will be, I do believe, going to be our fourth match of the season. Things starting to heat up. Kings Row Royal Guard in the middle of what I do believe was their, two-game streak. Seems they were on a 3-game streak. They're supposed to play a third one immediately after this, but it seems that one's been canceled. So scratch that. The Royal Guard, second game in a row. They just played this Friday against the Junkers and are now 3-0 against the Cowboys, who will be playing their first game today. So, going to be a chance for the Royal Guards to keep the momentum going. Cowboys, across the way, want to start their season strong. We'll see how it goes and how much it goes towards setting the pace and tone of the season to come. Our map pool for the evening is going to be Junkertown, Hollywood, Lijiang Tower, and, if necessary, Temple of Anubis and Route 66. I say if necessary, as we are going to be playing a best-of-5 series tonight. That'll be the only series we play tonight. For those of us just joining in, maybe they're tuning into this broadcast for the first time, the Overwatch Minor League broadcast is a community-driven tournament and league with an emphasis on allowing players, specifically below Diamond rank, to come together as teams and compete in some good old-fashioned Overwatch. We'll have 3 games a week, starting at 6 p.m. MST, i.e. about 2 minutes ago, and until we finish. As I said, best of 5s. We will be playing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all the way to the 3rd of August. After that, placements and performances in the stage will determine who will move on to our playoffs, which will, of course, determine who gets to play in the championship. As we speak, the Cowboys and the Royal Guard are loading into Junkertown, so I'll go ahead and take you into game now. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my favorite fictional city in recent memory. It's just so charming. Now, gonna be starting up on the defense. The blue team on the left-hand side of your screen. You know them, you love them. It's the Kings Row Royal Guard. Looks like they're going to go with the standard triple support composition, complete with North Star's Hanzo. If you joined us here last Friday, you know that Hanzo is no joke. Does not play. He's got a mean Japanese archer in his arsenal. Another player I'm looking at is Power 4K. The Bragiata himself came out with a fire on Friday and was getting just as many kills as his DPS players. Really impressive stuff. Mr. Julio Garl, a more recent addition to this roster, but has been performing very well. Very good at avoiding deaths before battles, and is usually the last person on their team to die, which is really what you want your Mercy to do. Now on the attack, it's going to be the first showing of the Cowboys since the preseason. The roster looks pretty dang different, so I'm going to hold back on saying too much about them. We'll see what they do as they move forward with their own death ball composition. Trading one tank for the sniper. Fenris gets the opening pick onto North Star. That's a good look. That is the only DPS hero for the Royal Guard available, and he is down at the moment. Shinzo and Adrian trade charges into a wall. No one down yet, but just too aggressive. But the hammer does get burned down by the rest of the Cowboys. Dang, Fenris picks up another headshot here. Power 4K, not looking as powerful as he did on Friday. Royal Guard just rolling forward. Fenris is honestly off to a tear very early on. I'm very impressed. Just right out the gates, no holds bar. They're gonna move up onto the point, but there's still 3 members of the Royal Guard immediately on hand. 2 more just around the corner. Adrian gets the shutter onto 5! Shinzo with the counter will pin down Adrian, deny the follow-up, which is big, even if it's just the one. Rez Getsu, Valkyries being traded either way. No one down just yet. And Shinjo did end up falling because of the shatter, so there's a man advantage for the Royals guards. Zephron not in the spot he wants to be, dying on a delay. That should slow down the boys from Route 66. But now Dragstrike coming through, picks up Power 4K, and he will take out North Star as well. That Graviton too late. There's a Transcendence in it, not gonna get any value for the Royal Guards. Fenris is even actually res inside the Graviton, so Medicare, Medi does not care. Yeah, I know. Anyway, Fenris will take out Mr. Helio Girl. Really, it's cleanup crew here for the Cowboys. The early picks were massive. North Star and Power 4K going down when they did. This really took the DPS out of the Royal Guards lineup, and they just didn't have any ability to get kills back once those two were taken out of the equation. And with that, that's just a real easy man advantage to push forward. But now, with the rally armor available, it's going to be much harder for the Cowboys to get picks on two boys in blue. Now they will be taking the high ground here, trying to let North Star get these pickoffs, but he's been pretty quiet in this set so far. He's got two snipers and a Zenyatta to deal with. The sightlines are fairly safe for now, but this is an explosive situation. A powder keg, if you will. The first sniper to get a pick will likely lead their team to victory. Hanzo duel inside the building here. North Star chased out by Fenris. Shatter has been interrupted by Shinzo here. Nagol will make him pay with his life. That's how you play the baguette. Rizal in trouble now as well. Medicare goes for the res, shut down by Wizander. Excellent Zarya tracking right there as Nagol chases down Rizal, making that Zarya hurt. Nagol will pick up Fenris as well, coming in massive on that Brigitte. Finds the 1v1 duels very, very quickly. Oh, Wizander. Very aggressive positioning there. Should be able to get back to his friends. No problemo. That one was all Nagol. The Cowboys cannot allow themselves to get isolated in 1v1s like that with the Swedish engineer. Just not a good time for them. A little more grouped up going forward. Shinzo will go ahead and jump on down here. Now he's fighting Adrian and Nagol. That's a rough situation, but Zephron will take out the Brigitte. That's the man advantage, the way of the Cowboys. Now the focus is on Adrian. They want to remove him. They get the Graviton onto him and with Xander. Graviton not going to be denied by the Transcendence. Power 4K just too late on that one. North Star gets the turnaround kill, but it's him against the world, and the world is a one heck of an opponent. So that could be point B here for the Cowboys, but there's enough members of the Royal Guard here to touch as required. You will see Adrian will try to come in, but there is a dragon waiting for him. Halo will make it to the point regardless, and beautiful play by Fenris. He knew where the Royal Guard was going to want to enter that exchange, denies them the option. And grabs himself a triple kill for his troubles along with point B. But here's the Graviton and the follow-up. Dragon Strike a little slow, but it does come out. Transcendence waits for the ultimate and will stop that one cold. Power 4K is down as well. Mr. Heal Your Girl can't heal any girls now. No supports available on the side of the Royal Guard. With Fenris down, very resible position, of course. But that's going to be a lot of progress gained here for the Cowboys. Move forward, Deadeye popped by Zephron. A lot of barriers in his way. There will be a hack onto Shinzo, but not a lot of follow-up here. I'm not sure what Nagol really wants to accomplish here. We'll see North Star stunned out and destroyed. Nagol under a lot of pressure here, trying to dive back with Adrian, but they cannot find any kills. Meanwhile, Shinzo pushes the payload forward, will fall down, but that is the only kill going the way of the Royal Guard. Medicare reses him back up anyway. We should see some respawns starting to come in on the side of the Royal Guard, but it is currently the Cowboys in control of this one. Zephron and Fenris will take two more. Nagol gets the answer back onto Shinzo. Not gonna be enough there. Shut down by the Hanzo main. Power 4K once it's on the point with the Lucio. Doing good so far, but stunned out by Zephron. And that's going to be the full take here of Junkertown. Royal Guard put on the back foot early when considering the dominant performance they put on against the Junkers just the other day. This is a night and day turnaround. Definitely something to be excited for. Speaks a little to the competitiveness of the league, one could say. But now sides have been flipped. It was a very good time from the Cowboys, but Royal Guard fans should not be discouraged just yet. A minute 52 in the time bank. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's not unbeatable, though. If the Royal Guard can full capture Junkertown, they have a chance of taking it in the time bank, and they're looking to do so quickly. We do see that Bastion selection gonna be hovered here for the Royal Guard, so decent odds. If they can make this work, they are going to get some very, very fast times. The pirate ship composition known to be able to get results very quickly. But look across the way. The Junkrat will come out from Fenris. If he is as good as aiming those little billiard cue ball things as he is with arrows, this Bastion is going to have a very, very short term in office. Now, customary Junkrat, Bear Trap, and Mine. I honestly kind of want to just start taking statistics on how many times the team ends up walking into that in an Overwatch minor league match. I know it works in like your quick playing comp games if you don't know the enemy has a Junkrat. But I feel like it's just this level of communication and team play. One would think not too many people would step in those. But who knows? Who knows? We will see Adrian will go ahead and step and fall into that one. I guess I kind of cursed him there. My apologies, man. That was really my fault, not yours. Makes Mr. Here we go. Use the res early, not minding too much. Shinzo's shield is low early on, and Nagol is on the payload. Ready to roll on out. Shinzo gonna jump down here, but gets burned by North Star very, very quickly. The man on the flank on the mission finds Zephron as well. Fenris not able to get much value on the Junkrat at all. That initial pick really all to his name. North Star got the big pick on to the Reinhardt, and now it's just Rezel and Medicare on the run. Riptire starting to come through from Fenris. Gonna go around the side, does catch North Star out in that building. We will see the res come out from Mr. Heal Your Girl. Zeph down. Knuckle has the off angle with the Bastion. Will trade out with the enemy Reinhardt. That is worth it for the Royal Guard right now. They just need to get a little bit further. They need to secure this Mercy and Zarya first, though. Honestly, Rizal does a fantastic job of staying alive there. Keeps Medicare alive for a long time, but not going to be enough to get reinforcements. Royal Guard, talk about them needing a good time, and they are setting one. 5 minutes on the clock now for point B. High ground set up here. High. Friends of the Cowboys. That didn't pan out too well for them last time. Shinzo's shield just got burned very quickly. He went aggressive while his shield was low. North Star got it. It was not a great time. If the focus fire on the shield can continue from the Royal Guard, they can keep putting Shinzo in a bad spot. Nicole is still on the Bastion, but not on the payload. Shinzo jumps down to contest. Zephron jumps down. The stun doesn't find anything. Bastion ult has been popped. It is behind the Cowboys, but Zephron will find 3 with a Deadeye. Nicole can't top that ultimate. Kills on yourself do not count. Zephron sets up the team kill. I don't think I appropriately yelled and screamed in joy at the sight of that ultimate. I was waiting for the big tank configuration play to come through. But Zephron proved what we should have all known already. Antique revolvers are better weapons than advanced Omnic tanks, obviously. But now, we will see the Royal Guard. They're back and at it again. Power 4K now on the Diva. Flies up aggressively. I don't think this Hugo wanted to be there. Here is the sound barrier. Green means go. The Royal Guard do charge forward here, but they don't find any kills. Zeph heals out the damage with a beautiful transcendence there. And without those kills, that's both support ultimates. Nothing found yet. Riptire gonna come through from Fenris here. It's 1-for-1. Xander for Fenris. Still anyone's fight here. Adrian brings out a lot of damage, allows North Star to bring down 2. Rez onto Xander is good. Shinzo finds one for himself, finds a shatter onto 2. Might be too little too late here. It's the tanks against 4, and Resolve does not have the resolve to close this one out. We could see a Assault. No, not going to be the case. The Cowboys just too far away. Point B will be taken. 4 minutes and 30 seconds available for the Royal Guard. This team, honestly, showing a bit more offensive than defensive prowess. A little ironic on the name, but hey, North Star trying to put pressure onto the Mercy. Has to back out. Kind of ran into a Junkrat there. Not the best place to be when you're a Genji, but North Star not deterred. Looking around for Zeph and Fenris, we will see the self-destruct over the top. Kind of caught on the propeller. That is unfortunate. Not gonna get much Deadeye pop from Zephron. Looking for the targets. Map cover is good. 4K might be in trouble. No, that Deadeye not gonna find too much. 4K does get DMX. Dragon Blade pop from North Star. He's looking for somebody, anybody, and does find Shinzo in the end. But Nagol got Zephron, and that might be the bigger one here. Fenris, the only DPS available, surrounded by 2. North Star and Adrian combining their dives beautifully. Really a source of success for the squad. Nagol's Tracer really shaping up here. He takes 2 more. There should be some respawns coming through here for the Cowboys. But that is, Riptire's not going to do them any good. Shinzo gets burned down. That is an essential transcendence. He has to try and make that play. But it's a low percentage play. Let's Fenris and Medicare get on the point to stall. But stalls all they can do. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. The Royal Guard, what a push. Absolutely overwhelming the Cowboys defense.
Switching sides.
A very impressive turnaround. We'll be moving into Time Bank. This is looking like the closest series in the Overwatch Minor League yet, and we are just getting started. I'm thrilled, in case you hadn't noticed. So now, gonna be the Cowboys on the defense. Looks like they're leaning towards the double sniper again. I'm curious if they're gonna stick to that. We see Zephron, he's made some incredible shots. Fenris has made incredible plays on this Hanzo. I wouldn't mind this setup too terribly much at all. If there's a team to run it, it is this team. But I got the sides mixed up. It's the Royal Guards on defense. I should have known that. The team with more bank time, defense first. Had that backwards in my head. I like the double snipers much more now. They're on attack. That composition, it gets the pickoffs very, very quickly. Early man advantages just means a crushing of the defense early on. Those picks just don't matter as much against the attackers. Source of my earlier concerns.
3, 2,
now, looks like it's going to be the dive coming through from the Royal Guard. This is the composition they work best on. I love to see it again. Nagol Sombra is an interesting mixing of things up, but with Winzander following very, very quickly. Gonna force the res. That's a good start from Zephron. Really showing the Widowmaker value. Nice and early here. If they're able to secure this one. And looking for the Genji. Forced to fall back. Get back to the squad. This North Star tries to continue this harass. Does! Finds the enemy sniper. Then, pump out the shots here. It's looking like a good one as far as the Royal Guard is concerned. And that should just wrap that one up. Good aggression, coordinated dive. What are you gonna do? Now, going back on into it, only 60 seconds available for the Cowboys. Zephron's ult is popped, but the Royal Guard not exactly hiding here. Nagol looking to get some more charge. Might not even get an EMP before this one's out. Power 4K has been demeched early. With Xander very far forward. Very aggressive position for Zenyatta with Adrian in the backline disrupting the DPS. Ends up healing for his Zen. Even in unconventional fashion. Adrian still very far forward. Shinzo, the first casualty. 10 seconds available here. Valkyrie has been popped. Shinzo is rezzed here, but Rizal and Zephron are already down. Power 4K takes 2 more in this one. Fenris alone against the world on the Genji. And he, like all those who have fought the world before him, will fall with a piece of fence in his face. 5 seconds. A touch is possible from Zephron's Tracer here. It will actually be Medicare and Resolve leading the way, but the EMP comes in a big way. The Dragon Blade to follow up. That is how you very quickly end a team fight. EMP into Dragon Blade. Nothing the Cowboys could have really done in that exchange. Going to be a very, very good hold from the Royal Guard. The Cowboys have their work cut out for them if they want to hold the Royal Guard here.
Switching sides.
42 meters in 3 minutes? I wouldn't call that easy, but I'm certainly not about to call that hard. Especially if the Royal Guard keep playing as they have been. The dive, it looks so good when they run. We've seen them run so many different things here, but you can tell the dive defense, it's what they really love doing, and on the offense as well. Just, they love their dive, they'll play it in the baguette, they will play it with the baguette. Doesn't really matter. Power 4K, he showed up as a massive Zenyatta player on Friday, but showing his Diva equally a menace to the enemy. A powerful flex option for his team. Quick stop in the secret room here on Junkertown. Relaxing in the treasure hoard. It's a good little morale booster, in my experience, you know? Gets everyone in the right state of mind for the big heist. Nothing preps you for the Junkertown heist like sitting in a pile of gold. It's a proven scientific fact, actually. Anyway, about that dive, we will see the pirate ship composition come through for the Royal Guard. And honestly, this is fine. They have to get the payload 40 meters. Who cares about dive? The pirate ship will basically get the payload to the point for, oh, not with Nuggle dying like that. That's not going to do them much of anything. Sebastian will be rezzed. That's a massive DPS deficit. Nuggle is back on the point. Adrian's down. This is a bit messy here. But all the same, the Royal Guard, they're basically at the golden box of victory. Not liable to win this fight. They can get some picks off. They can force the spawn advantage. But North Star falling more or less puts a nail in that notion. If Adrian can find Medicare here, that would be really big. He's not able to find the kill. Zeph will get the Coalescence ultimate out. Tries to force down Adrian. Tank configuration comes out from Zephron. This is a very slow disengage from the Royal Guard that needed to happen sooner. Triple kill for the ulting Bastion. Get some in spawn. 2 minutes left for the Royal Guard. 2 fights if they engage and disengage cleanly and quickly. But really, they have to make the payload go like 10 feet. It is not very far at all. Like 7 meters. But the Dragon Strike through the high ground. That's massively devastating. Shinzo and Zeph are out, but Fenris gets the massive self-destruct to even things out. Adrian falls to result. Zephron's still a menace. Medicare gets the big res here. And King's Row, once more, going to be denied right at the golden rectangle. Seemingly caught in this infinite spiral of unfortunate fights here. North Star being staggered horribly. Mr. Heal Your Girl, I don't think you wanted to try and heal that girl there. Adrian comes in, another Dragon Strike on the multiple. The tanks are down, but Zephyrus and Fenris, no relent, no restraint. They get 2 to keep it even. Nagel, he has the Riptire. Medicare's down. Another self-destruct from Fenris. The man can't stop charging him. There's the Riptire onto Zeph. It's really just Fenris left here. The payload's basically there. We will see Zephron try to get behind the point. He's in tank configuration, and time has been stopped, and my heart, it threatens to break at this display. The Cowboys are so close to holding out. But Zephron, he has launched himself away from the point, or rather, Nagel could have done it. There's a lot of explosions. Hard to tell whose explosion belonged to who here. He's not going to be able to touch in this situation. And that's going to be the Royal Guards coming out on top of that one. A very excellently timed pause just to show us what crystallized heartbreak looks like.
Of the game.
Now this ultimate. This I wish we could have saw from Zephron's perspective. And here we will. The Dragon Strike coming through on top. And the hopes and dreams shattered there. Cleaning up a good old-fashioned headshot. That is some quality head clicking, if I do say so myself.
Epic.
It's nice to be appreciated.
Still, honestly, just a really good showing from both teams. Looked pretty solid in my books. The Cowboys had a rough time defending their. They got pushed through very, very quickly on their Junkertown defense, give a massive time advantage to the Royal Guard. But their attack was very, very clean. This series, it's looking like it's going to be a close one. Honestly, they almost held out the Royal Guard at 44 meters for 3 whole minutes. That was something else in my book, so I cannot help but be ridiculously excited here. Now, as I went ahead and mentioned before, the next map is going to be Hollywood, going to be our hybrid map for this one. Should be a good time. I am a personal fan of that one. Can't wait to get on into that. Should be fun. Should be fun. My big takeaways, though, is just I'm curious about the Cowboys' defense. Their offense was fantastic. The double snipers paid massive dividends. But then we see Zephron move over to this McCree for the defense. I see why you do that. It's better DPS than, say, the Widowmaker, just as far as how fast does spamming left click make damage numbers happen. So it's better for chipping away at death balls, and the counter dive potential is much better. Much more of a team player than the Widowmaker. I see why it's favored on the defense, but just didn't get the same value as that Widow. So I guess maybe the question for people interested in becoming Cowboy fans is what you have to watch out for. Which is the fluke? Zephron's McCree performance or his Widowmaker performance? If the McCree performance is the fluke, this team is monstrous. And I say the McCree performance as if it wasn't all that fantastic when we just watched the man get a 4K. I don't want to make it sound like I'm blaming the guy here. The Widowmaker was just so fantastic in comparison. I guess I should say, it might not even just be his performance on the heroes, how his team plays around him on the McCree. Maybe might be a little spoiled by how many pickoffs the Widowmaker gets for him. I don't know. It was one map, first game of the season. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. And with all of that backpedaling out of the way, guess where we are? It's Hollywood. I already told you that. Not much of a surprise. If you guessed wrong, I'm a little disappointed, fans. That would not be very astute of you. Now, monsters starting to get looked at here. Starting on the defense. Your friends in blue, the Royal Guard. They will be going a triple tank composition, quadruple tank if you count Brigida as a tank, which I know there are a few individuals who do. I'll let you make your own distinction if this is triple or quadruple tank. I'm not much one for semantics here. This is a very brawly composition, especially with the Lucio and the Moira. This is the kind of thing we would normally see on attack, really, because it's great at just barging in, winning fights very quickly, but it has danger of just running out of steam. If you get the Zarya without her shield, the D.Va runs out of Matrix, the Reinhardt runs out of shield, the fight becomes much harder to deal with, especially since Moira's healing is literally a very limited resource. Lots of limited resources for this team. If they use them well, they get massive value. If they burn out before they win the fight, They lose very, very quickly. And honestly, the Cowboys have picked a wonderful composition to fight into it. Zephron's gonna be untouchable up here. The best ranged weapon available to these guys is the Lucio left click. Not exactly the best tool to fight a Pharah. I guess Noggle definitely counts. That was one way to start a fight. We see the Royal Guard just storm out of that building, but Northstar ends up getting punished. 4K will find Zeph, and Winxander finds Shinzo once he gets some charge going. So right now, it is going to be the Cowboys in a good place on the point. But right now, there's just so many bodies here. Zephron, the damage not enough to get through all of these tanks right now, and it's really going to be the Cowboys on the retreat with Xander, proving that Zarius can kill Pharahs. Hey, if it works, it works. The 3.5 tanks from the Royal Guard will hold A for now. But will it hold off against a second run of this? I would say this is like 5 out of 6 dive heroes. It's dive. Dive is what we're seeing across the way. It's just that they've committed this into the Brigitte. Pulse Bomb does not find Mr. Heal Your Girl. Coalescence starts to come through. Fenris under trouble from it, but the Mirage does more damage. Winxander will trade him out there. Zeph under pressure from Nagul. Winxander will get to Adrian, shatters 3. The tank line not able to do their job. Spells the doom of multiple players there. Zeph, Shinzo gonna go down. Fenris wishing he had blinked the other way at the start of that one. Should be able to scurry on out. This one's been a brawl fest. Whew. Matches like this are why most esports commentators come in sets of 2. This right here. Because there's so much happening, so much to talk about. My God. But where there isn't much to talk about is roster switches, except Fenris now moving to the Sombra. He's got a minute and 40 seconds to get this EMP charged. But if he can do it and get a big one, this will decimate the Royal Guard. I would have liked to see this switch sooner. We'll see how it pans out here. Zephron continues to bring the Missile Queen damage down from above. Power 4K will charge in with Winxander in to the Cowboys. Heal Your Girls down. Fenris down as well. Power 4K will drop the sound barrier. That will pop as soon as the Transcendence ends. Graviton comes through. Nagul finds 2 off that one. Resolves out. Zephron's will ult onto 2, but probably too little too late here. Medicare's down. Zeph comes back just to die. I would have liked to see Zephron hold on to that. Fenris will not stick to the Sombra. Instead, now moving to the Junkrat. Cowboys, just not really sure how they want to answer this composition. As I said, it's not conventional. And if it's not conventional, well, your enemies probably haven't practiced it. And honestly, who cares about convention? If you can play a composition this well, play it everywhere it fits. Now, Adrian looking to start this one. Self-destruct comes over the top here. Doesn't find anything for the Cowboys. So the Royal Guard in a good place for now. They force out the res early in a critical fight. This will be the last fight. Coalescence and Valkyrie traded here. Adrian finds 3 with that one. Zephron switched to the Mei with Fenris out of here. I don't know if there's enough DPS to make this work. Zephron under pressure. He wants to find Heal Your Girl. Does freeze 2, but cannot finish them off. Rizal has been demech here. Graviton gets Medicare. Coalescence might be too late here from Zeph. He's going to be chased away. The stall continues to come through, courtesy of Shinzo. Really doing a fantastic job staying alive. Fenris back and Adam bringing the damage. The Royal Guard can't seem to close off these last few stragglers, but they are maintaining control. The Junkrat's down. That sound barrier more or less seals the deal. Nothing the Lone Moira can really do against that many healthy targets. Going to be burned down actually fairly slowly here, and Zephron could not make it to the point. It will be a full hold from the Royal Guard.
Score.
This team escalates their performances very, very quickly. We saw something very similar to this in their match against the Junkers. It was a very close map there. on game 1, but then they just take it up to an 11 with their hybrid defenses. They full held on Eichenwald, I believe it was, on Friday. They have now full held here on Hollywood A. They're just setting themselves up on such a good way for this attack. Their composition that they're kind of hovering right now is anything to go by. This is going to be a fun attack round. Niggle hovering the Doomfist for now. I hope he sticks to it. I'm a bit of a Doomfist aficionado myself. A fan of that kind of ability-based dive. Really fun time in my eyes. Always good. Always good time when we see good Doomfist come out. Honestly, a lot of interesting pickups here. The Doomfist, the Ana, not your very usual style of dive. Even the Genji isn't as favored these days. Tracer, the much more popular option. But when you need to get 33% capture progress to win a map, I won't say you can do whatever you want, but you can more or less do whatever you want. Normally. It's not like throwing in. They're good heroes. The Doomfist, incredibly powerful. They got my hopes up, and now it's crushed. All right, triple tank, triple healers. I am feeling. I have been played. But now Cowboys looking to play these guys. They split them in half with the mail ball early. They don't punish very quickly, but Shinzo jumps down. Adrian's been frozen. He's caught in the trap. They need to kill him quickly, though. Shinzo will trade out for him there. This fight is split up. Cowboys on their back foot here. And you find their way back in this point. Zephron's down. Rizal cannot find the hook. Medicare gets the very big res onto the Mei. That will make life very difficult for North Star here. Will be chased away in that regard. Fenris wants one more. Should be able to find it. No, Adrian gets the wall up just in time to save his Brigitte buddy. And for now, the Cowboys are holding. They have a Rip Tire as well. A good use of this ultimate from Fenris could shut down this next push entirely. But he jumps down very aggressively. I don't know if he meant to do that. But it's okay. He's fine now. Zephron now alone against the world. Forced to self-freeze there. Fenris over the top has been stunned out by North Star. Under pressure. Nicole wants to find him. But for every time he's been cut out, the man's doing okay. High ground has been claimed by the Royal Guard. They have the rally armor. They're going forward. Naggle's leading the charge. Rip Tire will come through. Finds power for K. Counter rally from Zeph here. Fenris ends up just trading out Shinzo and Winxander fighting on the point for control. That's a massive graviton. Gets basically everybody. Self-destruct in its face. Shinzo will fall. It's just the Roadhog now. And the Royal Guard off the back of a fantastic graviton surge from Winxander will take Hollywood. This team is very strong on these assault-style capture points. They control them beautifully. They don't give anything up. And just look at that graviton. Oh, Adrian, that had to feel good. I would be laughing hysterically if I was Winxander in that situation. What a good time. What a good time. Not such a good time for the Cowboys. As we go to Lijiang Tower, their backs are against the wall. King's Row Royal Guards could be in position to take their second 3-0 of the season. In the second game of the season! That is how you start a season, folks. Like, you want to get the wind in your sails, you want to talk about momentum, that's momentum. But they have to take Lijiang first. I wanted to hold back on my comments about the Cowboys from the preseason. They're a really different roster from when we saw them last, but there's still some familiar faces, and we have seen strong performances from them on Control. That's usually, honestly, where they've played some of their best games. So if they're going to start the reverse sweep dream Control's the map type for them to do it on. So, any Cowboy fans getting excited about this one, this could be the turnaround opportunity. This is where they would do it. It's been a while since I've seen on Lijiang specifically, but control is control is control. I've got high hopes for them in that regard. But the Royal Guard, just so powerful and honestly flexible, too. We've seen them run a fantastic dive. We see them run powerful Orisa road combinations. Honestly, I'm still waiting for the official designation for that one to come out. We call Winston Diva dive. Technically, the Orisa Roadhog is a kind of death ball, but when you say death ball, you're thinking the Reinhardt-Zarya combination, maybe with a third tank in there. Not a very quick hand, very conventionally accepted term for the Orisa Roadhog tank lineup style of play just yet. Probably because it's just like death ball, I suppose. Well, I trust the Overwatch community to eventually gave me a quick and zippy thing to say there in reference to that composition. The point is, the Royal Guards play it all. Power 4K, in particular, has proved incredible flexibility. He's played a fantastic Zenyatta, he's played a fantastic Diva, and that's just the ones that I immediately remember off the top of my head. North Star is deadly no matter what you put him on. Nagol's flex potential is also massive. He's worked the Bastion, he's worked the Sombra. And I thought this man was like a healer main from Friday. I thought he was like the guy who was supposed to be their third healer because he also plays the Brigitte. He's brought out a lot of stuff. I want to say we've also seen him on the Roadhog, but I'm pretty sure Power 4K is the guy who runs the Roadhog for this roster. And as we pop on in to Lijiang Tower, I do believe the Madman himself is actually hovering a Torbjorn for the moment. We are not particularly likely to see that one come through. Control is not exactly Torbjorn's primary territory. Okay, he's not even going to hold it long enough to just like spawn into the dropship with it. But now, across the way, the Cowboys much, much more certain of their lineup. Oh, awesome. I picked the right dropship to show up at. We will see the turret show up in its natural habitat inside the control dropship. Never to leave. I wanted to analyze this team composition, but I think I'm just going to... I'm going to go to the other side of the map, friends, and look at what we got here. Lucio Moira. The classic death ball, really.
2, 1. Round
probably just
capture the objective.
I would say we see this composition run in Overwatch Season 1 if it weren't for the Moira. Probably would be subbed in for an Mercy there, I suppose, and Ana later in time. Point is, they have the high ground. They're not ready for this one to be over. Holding this angle, they need Zephron to get a pick off here while the shield break comes through from Fenris. Nagol harassing on the side. Shinzo loses the barrier war. That means Power 4K is able to punish him when Xander finds Medicare and first cap the way of the Royal Guards. Very good spot early on, and now they'll be able to take some very aggressive positioning. We almost see the Treasure punished. Good use of the blink to get on out of there. Now the defenders, once they can kind of control this choke point here on Control, it is a control map on Lijiang Tower called Control Center. It is a lot of control happening here. Just literally, and just the word popping up a lot in different scenarios. Now Coalescence will be the go sign for the Cowboys here. North Star and Adrian will bite it for it. North Star's ripped tires a little too late, but Nagol on the flank. He's able to get Shinzo. It's an even fight right now. Fenris falls when Xander on point. Mr. Helio Girl's res is massive onto North Star. Pulse bomb absorbed by Rizzle there. That is heartbreaking for the Tracer, because now when Xander, he's glowing like a Christmas tree, folks, and the presents he's packing are certain death. Oh man, fully charged Zarya, right? It's hurt. You'd think you were just like direct hit by a Pharah rocket. Nope. That's a tank doing that to you. And from the high ground, again, once more, come the Cowboys. They're spotted out by the Junkrat trap, so a quick response will come through. Riptire probably going to come in the side here from Fenris. Gets Mr. Heal Girl. Sound barrier will come through. The Cowboys charging right on forward. Massive man advantage. They just need a couple more to confirm it. Zephron looking for those extra kills. Can't find it there. Does get a big flashbang onto Nagol. Will send him packing. 4K stalled this point for a long time. Lets Adrian and Northstar come on back. Fenris is down. This is back to an even fight, and the Cowboys haven't captured the point yet. The shatter is big. Takes both tanks to the ground. Coalescence is the follow-up. Zones away Northstar's Junkrat. The flip is good. Zephron goes ham there in those last few seconds. Not even done. Still chasing away the Royal Guard with his last of his shots. That was an essential fight. You want to talk about back against the wall. Talk about game 2, down a match in a best of 5, about to get 3-0. And now Coalescence on the Shinzo, putting him under a lot of pressure here. He's going to be pinned and pulled away. Noggles down, Northstar gets 3! The Riptire says rest in peace to the Cowboys and their hopes of taking Lijiang control. That will be the first map going the way of the Royal Guard. Hold on, the Lucio, the Madman, he made it. Zeph with the rollout, keeps the hopes alive. Shinzo's here, Shinzo's dead. Graviton's here, Transcendence will block it. There's 3 more members of the Cowboys here, but they're fighting into 5. It's not fantastic math, but we'll see how it works for him. Medicare and Fenris are down. Rizal is charged with death. Zeph gave me a heart attack there with, he almost did it again! He almost did it again! Practical applications of Lucio rollouts, folks. That was fast. But it starts the fight. It gives one last chance to the Cowboys there on that map. But a chance is only a chance. It is not a win. And now here on Lijiang Street Market, everything is on the line. The Royal Guard could be onto their second 3-0 in equally as clean fashion as against the Junkers. Or it's the last chance for the Cowboys to keep themselves in this series, find their second win, start working towards that reverse sweep dream. They need to get it started nice and quick. Fenris looking to bring the rocket pressure early. Needs to get value out of this pick nice and early because Northstar is raining down rockets on the point. No kills just yet. Winzader already fairly high charge. Actually, maximum charge now that we look right at it. Shinzo under so much pressure. Doesn't quite fall just yet, but will eventually. Rizal has been enviro killed. Beautiful sleep dart from Tower 4K. Makes Winzader's job very, very easy. Fenris the last to fall. And so far, it's the Royal Guards in control once more. They don't like giving up that ever. Now coming back towards the point is going to be the Cowboys at a significant ult disadvantage for the moment. Adrian has the shatter. Northstar approaching the barrage any second. Fenris getting that kill is very, very big here. Shinzo moving on forward, trying to create the space. Adrian caught in an interesting spot here. He's nano boosted. We'll see if he can make much out of it. Press on to Zephron is good, but Adrian takes 4! And will probably take Zephron twice in this one, if we're being honest. Nope, Winzander gonna take that from him. But Adrian, man, does not care. Quadra kill in that fight. Will push his team up to 40% capture progress. Rizal is killed very slowly again. That's a very big win. That's just free time for the Royal Guard in that capacity. Look at Power 4K. This is the most aggressive on a position. Gets a sleep dart from a million miles away. I mean, it's a fairly big target, but it was still
very long-range leap dart on a target with a barrier. Like, how do you manage that? I don't know. I don't rightly know. We will see Zeph leading the charge once more. That's a McCree in trouble. Nagole's down, but Fenris will trade out for it. It's going to be the Royal Guard on the flank here, actually, as the Graviton into the Rocket Barrage takes out Medicare and Zephron. Zeph not going to fare much better. Fenris did get res in that exchange, but maybe wishing he hadn't been. Doesn't get much ult charge. Honestly, a lot of ult committed there from the Cowboys. Not going to be much left for them. They have to get a massive shatter here, but the Nagol is using the Deadeye to zone away. Will actually die for his aggression, though. Northstar needs to carry with the damage in this one. Otherwise, it's all Cowboys in this. Zephron doesn't seem to recognize the Pharah, who's just destroying him right now. Adrian picks up kill for himself. Nagol is out once more. The Reaper can't carry through this one. Rizol taken away by the Shatter. But still, is that elusive? There we go. Zeph stalling it out. Mr. Heal Your Girl tried to finish that one off. Ladies and gentlemen, the King's Row Royal Guard take their second 3-0 sweep here in the Overwatch Minor League. What a spectacle. This team is the one to watch so far. Half the teams haven't played, so don't. But right now, they are looking insane. The Cowboys were one of the better teams in the preseason. This is scary stuff for the other teams in the league. They should be worried about that. If you're the bandwagon type of fan who only likes to watch teams that win the Royal Card, looking like your type of guys right now. Even still, strong showing from the Cowboys. Looking forward to see what they do next. Now, just a little bit of post-game stuff here. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I've been Archie, Legend of Sleek Smith. You can follow me on Twitter at Sleek Esports. And if you want to learn more about the Minor Overwatch League, we have links to the relevant information in the channel description below. But if you're not interested in reading, let me just tell you what you need to know for the next one. Wednesday, July 4th. It's Independence Day, folks. There will not be a game. Sorry as I am to tell you that. You're going to have to find your entertainment elsewhere that day. Go out, spend time with your family, blow up some fireworks. You know, good old American fashion stuff there. But returning on Friday, July 6th, it's the Hollywood Dreamers versus the Hanamura Ninjas. Two teams we have not seen play yet. So, gonna be our first look at them, and we'll see how they measure up to the rest of the composition. But from then on, we will follow a strict Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, 6 p.m. MST, every single week, all the way through August 3rd. So, once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time when the Overwatch Minor League returns. Have a very nice evening.